Hello and welcome into Pat's Latest. I'm your host, Mike Gambardella, and we are just hours away from the unveiling of the Tom Brady statue outside of Gillette Stadium. So, what better time than take a look and focus at the position group that he picked on for the better part of 20 years? A deep dive into the cornerback position, the Patriots losing one already for the season, some internal options that could step up for the Pats, looking at some free agents that could also fit the bill, and a look at a player that the Patriots have already tried out, as we are expecting some moves to come around this position sooner rather than later. Before we get into everything, make sure you go down and subscribe for the channel. Get in the comments and let us know what you think about the Patriots cornerback position. Obviously, top heavy is a well way to put it, but the depth of that position and what it means moving forward and what they need to do to make sure that position is secured for the entirety of the 2025 season. Also, make sure you give us that like, go back and check out all of our old episodes after this one as well. We start looking over at that cornerback who is out for the season, that torn ACL, and unfortunately Marcellas Dial did indeed tear that ACL at practice, will miss the entire season. Had actually been working, getting a lot of opportunity. Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis, the free agent signee from the Detroit Lions, obviously going to really package, a cornerback star power duo, but have been out due to various injuries. Marcellas Dial has been one of those cornerbacks that stepped up to the opportunity and really was playing extremely well. Not only going to be a key contributor on special teams, but working his way into the rotation behind that star duo, and knowing that Marcus Jones is going to fill a big role with the slot as well. Dial was dialed in. He had his moments last year and looked to be able to take that second year leap. And unfortunately, that will be put on hold. He will miss the entire season with that torn ACL. We wish Marcellus the best of luck and a speedy recovery, and hopefully see him out there sooner rather than later. But unfortunately, it will not be for the Patriots in the 2025 season. What this means is that there is going to be more opportunity, internal opportunity, for those currently on the 90-man roster and those who will push for a spot on the final 53-man roster. And the two most likely candidates have been Alex Austin and, probably more surprising, in DJ James. Carlton Davis and Gonzo being out has created the opportunity where Austin and James have become the de facto number one corners for your New England Patriots, and both have really stepped up, especially throughout practice, throughout training camp here, and in the joint practices against the Washington Commanders as well. Alex Austin, was formerly drafted and then cut by the Buffalo Bills, really kind of came into his own after intercepting Josh Allen last season, and has continued to stack good days on good days on good days on good days, and is now operating as the Patriots cornerback one. Expect him to be a big part of the storyline, playing tonight here against the Washington Commanders, and will be very interesting to see how he matches up against players like Deebo Samuel. Additionally, DJ James has gotten shout-outs left and right. He's been involved. Yes, he's been on the short-changing side of a few touchdowns in practices and especially in those red zone drills. But James has held his own and looks to be that guy who really could be the number 5 corner on this team. If you're looking at Gonzo, Davis, Jones, Austin, and then DJ James, he's a guy who's going to get a chance. And even Kayshon Boutte, who has been the starter with the top unit with Drake May in those 3 wide receiver sets, commented on James' performance and said, being 2 corners down, DJ has done a tremendous job of stepping up, filling that role, kind of a smaller corner, but he gives the looks we need. Big shout out to him. And that echoes the sentiment of a lot of the Patriots players right now who are very appreciative of those efforts, and guys who kind of flew under the radar before as well, not so much anymore, and expect to be spotlighted a great deal, especially in the first half this evening. We also need to look outside of the organization, and something that Elliot Wolf and Mike Vrabel have been very open to and have not shied away from it as well. And there is a lot of familiar names and potential cornerbacks that really could help this team as well that are out on the free agent market and don't have deals. Looking at the list, there are probably 10 cornerbacks on the market right now that would step in and at least be a top four corner for your New England Patriots. That is a surprising statement. Usually it is not that full of depth, we'll say. And again, these guys are ranging. It's some guys who are over the age of 30 that are holding out for a better deal. Some guys who are getting up there didn't have a great season and need to wait for the right situation. Also, there are some younger guys that either have not performed well or are looking for a larger 1 year prove it deal or looking for a longer one as well. Excuse me. Looking at the top names on the list, former Super Bowl champion from the Eagles, James Bradbury, probably atop just about everybody's cornerback wish list right now. But at 32 years of age, it makes it difficult to say, can you stay with the top end burners, especially guys who are 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 years old and running 4.340s out there. Again, if James wants top end dollar, can you match top end speed? Is a fair question. Another one out there and having the familiar name Asante Samuel, but Asante Samuel Jr., the former Chargers standout, is one of the youngest available top corners out there at 26 years of age. And again, he had his ups and downs with the Chargers, but still, because of his youth and ability, looking to find that right deal. And if the Patriots and Elliott Wolf say, look, maybe this is a time where we can spend a little bit more. And while Marcus Jones has been really good, if we can say, hey, we can now trot out nickel and dime packages of having four tremendous corners. You look at what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done already. There is opportunity in those spots as well. Don't forget about a familiar name and former NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, who is still without a deal. Again, a player who's getting up there in age, but never a bad thing to have a veteran guy to come in and aid some of these younger players the exact way that Carlton Davis is starting to do as well. Christian Gonzalez still very young. You say DJ James, you say Alex Austin, Marcus Jones as well. There's a lot of youth at this cornerback position, so a veteran corner might not be a bad thing for your New England Patriots. Some other names to keep an eye on: CJ Henderson, another younger player around 26 years old, Emmanuel Mosley, Rasul Douglas, Kendall Fuller, all in 28, 29, 30 range as well. Getting up there a little bit, waiting for that right money moment for them, while also potentially looking for an opportunity where they have a shot at playoff wins and a Lombardi trophy, hopefully in their future. Again, it will be something for the Patriots to monitor on this market and see where they end up going with it. But a lot of big names out there that absolutely could come in and support what Mike Vrabel and the defense are trying to do. Finally, we know that the Patriots have their eyes on this because they did try out a cornerback on Thursday as well, noting that there is no time to waste and that they'll need to fill out the roster spots as they continue to make changes through their 90-man roster. And we know that injuries will likely be a factor tonight. They always are in the game of football. And they've already done their due diligence a little bit as well, having in free agent cornerback out of Texas A&M and with the Philadelphia Eagles as well for a tryout cornerback, B.J. Mays. The 6 foot, 187-pound Mays was waived by the Eagles just 4 days ago. After he signed with them as an undrafted rookie free agent, went through camp and obviously, when you are the Super Bowl champions, your roster is going to be fairly stacked. You're going to have to make tough decisions on what you see, what you need, and what you want to do. The Eagles probably have one of the best secondaries in all of football. Actually, just made another trade to acquire another potential starting level cornerback from the Raiders as well, which made Mays expendable to them at a certain point. It will be interesting to see what both Elliott Wolf, Mike Vrabel do with this spot if they're going to try and find a young, hungry guy that can come in the same mold of DJ James, of Alex Austin. They really want to work hard, elevate their game, and see if you can't coach these guys up to be a starting level cornerback in the NFL, or if you want to take stock of what the top free agents, undrafted free agents look like, and then match them up against what some of the best the NFL has to offer that is currently still unsigned. Perhaps that does make for the best option moving forward, as you can then judge this is what we could potentially have for a lower amount, utilize the coaching we have, and get the most out of a hungry player, or going with a veteran who knows the game, you know what you're getting from them, but potentially could be a step slower from what has been put on film previously. Because again, we've talked about how the number 30 in football is a very telling stat, and why we saw Tom Brady do it for nearly 15 years after that point. However, quarterbacks are different. Remember, that is the caveat when saying this, but especially at skill positions, at cornerbacks, it is so important to have that youth served. So again, a difficult task and assignment for both Elliot Wolf and Mike Vrabel, but a lot of different things, as we've just talked about for 10 minutes here, of all the things that are coming out for the cornerback position. The biggest thing at the end of the day, getting Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis out there healthy when once week one rolls around. Again, still have over 3 weeks to do that till we get there. But again, NFL football is coming up. It's here tonight. Watch some preseason action. Get into the comments. Let us know what you think about it, the cornerback position, and everything else. What your Patriots need to do to ensure that they are in the playoff mix in 2025. Make sure you give us that subscribe, give us that like. Go back and check out all our old videos so you can tell all of your friends what's going on with New England this year and know exactly what you're talking about. We'll continue to have it all for you here on Pat's Latest. Fight on, Foxborough.